Hello, everyone. Welcome back to AI and the Genealogist, tips for using Chat GPT. Today, I want to focus on one of the new attributes that I have found most recently, like within the last week, that you might like to put in place for yourself. I'm here on my Chat GPT screen, and you'll see that I've had a letter from Chat GPT. Well, it reads like a letter. It's addressing me in person and signing off at the end. How did I achieve that? This is the new tool. Down here in your settings, which you get by clicking on your address at the bottom left-hand corner, in settings, you'll find some new beta features. And one of those that you should turn on straight away is custom instructions. This lets you share anything you'd like GPT to consider across all of its responses to you without having to repeat yourself. So you switch it on by clicking the button so that it's showing as green. Once that's done, you'll see that you have a new tool in your list on the left-hand navigation bar called Custom Instructions. This is what they look like. You put in place some typical things that you'd like Chat GPT to know about you to provide a better response. So most of my work with Chat GPT recently is to do with my family history work. So I've put in place a set of dot points that I'd like Chat GPT to know about me. You even get a set of thought starters here on the right-hand side. So I've simply answered those little questions in this part of the custom instructions. Where I'm based, what do I do for work? You can fill in as much there or as little. What are my hobbies and interests here? What subjects can you talk about for hours? Well, I guess technology for genealogists is really what I'm on about. So that's my next response. Then what are some goals that you have? And for me, what I'm trying to do is provide as many family historians as possible the skills and techniques for exploring ancestry using artificial intelligence and how to help create their storytelling devices using typical story arcs, styles, structures, dialogue, and so on. So I've put all of that in place here so it knows what I'm about. Now down here is where you suggest to ChatGPT how to respond. And again, the thought starter questions I've simply answered here. How formal or casual should chat be? I prefer a narrative response in journalistic style. How long or short should those responses be? I prefer expanded response with varied text display, dot points or enumerated lists or tabular format where applicable. How would I like to be addressed? You can address me as Coach Carol. And should ChatGPT have opinions or remain neutral? So I've suggested for these responses, remain neutral. But with all of that in place, you simply press save, and it will remember all of that as you go forward. To enable it for all of your new chats, make sure you click this button at the bottom, enabled for new chats. So there we have it. So when I come back to creating a new chat, all of that will still be known when I ask my question here, whether I'm in 3.5 or in 4. So one of the things that I did the other day was I was investigating the different styles that you can get from the Hero's Journey by Joseph Campbell. And I'll just pop back over to that one. And I was looking for all the different storytelling techniques. And so in response to my request, and was addressed at the beginning with my preferred name, It's given me exactly what I wanted. So I can now expand on those and provide that instruction for many of my students in my courses. So here was the prompt to get that. Please provide a short article about different storytelling or story writing techniques used by family historians. And I've given a few pieces there and asked it to include those and any others that are featured in famous books. So immediately it's given me exactly what I want. Try it out sometime. Make sure that you go to your settings area, switch on in beta features the custom instructions, then set up your instructions by answering these little thought starters. Once you've done all that, you can hide those tips. You don't need to see them all the time. If you want to go back later and turn on the response to see if there's anything new, you can show tips again and enable them for all new chats to save yourself time. So I hope you've enjoyed that brief sojourn into custom instructions to help you and Chat GPT to have even more meaningful discussions and conversations about your ancestral storytelling.